John Shelby with Chris Singleton. Welcome into our broadcast. We've got nobody out here in the fifth. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. Bounced up the middle. Torres. Not in time. He's safe.
Got himself in great position and couldn't have played that one any better, but just stood no chance with that great speed running down the line.
JT Realmuto steps in. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Righty to the plate. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And the pitch. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runner on the go. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. And the right-hander deals. On the ground, 2 ball. 1 at second. Over to first, safe.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Fought off foul. The Yankees leading by a run here in Game 5 of the World Series. Late swing, foul to the left.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So 2 down now, and here is Johan Rojas. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there. Throw to second. Save. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special.
Here's the tag, and he's out. Third out, and that ends the frame. 1 left for Philadelphia, and it remains 1-0. Series Game 5. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. The pitch.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
The 1-1. There's the strike at the knees. And the righty deals. Hit in the air, center field. Rojas should have this one. One down. Singy, here's a fun nugget. Through the 2022 season, only 8 players ever had at least 3 career postseason hits, where all of those hits were for extra bases. And you're one of them. Wells batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, not to brag, Boog, but my postseason extra base hits were pretty special, too. 2 doubles off of Pedro Martinez in 2003 and an RBI triple off Freddie Garcia in 2000.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now back to the top of the lineup. DJ LeMahieu digs in now. I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Siggy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
Just missed. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Over to first. That ends the frame. So they make short work of them there. We're through 5. Yankees 1, and the Phillies nothing. All set for the top of the 6th. At the plate, Kyle Schwarber. Schmidt back to work. And that one fouled off. Strike 2.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
Wouldn't chase that time. The pitch. And that's in the dirt. And the count is even 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And there's a hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Turner now, 1 for 2.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him. Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And there's a ball. The 1-0. Just off the outside edge. With the tying run on at first here in Game 5. Runner on the go. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. The pitch. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, out, 3, and they turn the double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Here's Bryce Harper. Infield shifted to the pull side. And that's outside. Ball 1. Harper goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. 2 outs. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. And we are starting over. It's 1-1.
Fans expect Bryce Harper to do something special every time he comes to the dish, and he didn't disappoint there.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. Swung on, belted. Judge really on his horse for this one. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And now it's Alec Bohm. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Man on second, 2 down. Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
At the belt and fires. And that one clips the corner. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Victor Gonzalez, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Efros warming up as well. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And fouled off. Man at second. Swing and a pop-up. Makes the catch, inning over. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. All even now at 1-1. This is the World Series on the show. Back in New York, bottom of the 6th inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. The line of the pitch.
You know, these Yankees just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Foul ball there. And down on strikes. And there's one away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. He keeps it down. It's just so tough to put wood on.
Sliced hard but foul. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
There's the splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Doing as a hitter, that's one of those pitches that makes you say, what was that? Dirty downward action at the very last second, and you just have no chance. Only way to combat that is to maybe see it up in the zone before committing. But again, it's definitely way easier up here than it is down there.
Stanton lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Two down, nobody on. That's a laser base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Swing and a foul straight back. And now the 0-1 comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Stanton leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch is outside. Kicks and fires. He goes down looking. The Yanks lead 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Victor Gonzalez.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
This is Bryson Stott. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And a pitch. Just missed.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Next one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. And a swing and a miss.
Well, these Phillies, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
LeMahieu gets it to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. And now it is JT Realmuto. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And takes low for ball 1.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
And a pitch. The other way, and it goes just foul.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
All tied up here in the late stages of Game 5. In the air right field. Soto falls it in for the out. 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left-hander
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed. Close, but called a ball. And it's 3-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Now snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. Gonzalez deals. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Next offering is downstairs.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
3-0 down. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, that could be a big walk in this ball game. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. So some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
So the batting order turns over. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Go-ahead run at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Slider misses outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
On the ground. Collected by Torres. Tosses to first. Schwarber out of the play. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. So they strand a pair. 7th inning stretch time. All tied 1-1.